Oh, I didn't even realize someone just messaged me about this. It's St. Patrick's Day.
Wait, it is?
Apparently, we need to have people going green colors and stuff. More Vespine gas and all that jazz.
Whoops, I'm Irish.
Well,
Kiss me.
you're supposed to know this more than anybody else, right? Anyways, welcome back to the OlimoLeague game number 2. In the semifinals, the winner of this goes on to fight against Center in a best-of-5 grand finals. Spawning here on the uppermost side of the map is going to be the red Darren player from MVP Salvation.
Yeah, that explains why my mom's wearing like an Irish green like shirt right now. In the bottom right, as the blue Zerg, it's Sacsri.
Does your mom's poor sense of fashion, is it mutually exclusive then?
Well, it's like it's not just that it's green, but it says something like a face without freckles is like. I actually forget what it says. A face without freckles is bad.
It
or some
explains
shit, I
why
don't know.
my alcoholic parents are drinking at 10 a.m. in the morning.
Oh no. But it looks like we have another early pool, and this isn't a 10 pool. It was a 14, wasn't it?
13, no? Because when you have to...
Oh. I don't know. The point is, like, it's slightly earlier and it is first, alright? So if he makes 6 lings, he's gonna be able to cancel Salvation's Rax, then Command Center. Oh! But it's 2x Reaper.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I like this a lot more for Salvation. Not the 2-Rax part. Well, the 2-Rax part is good. Don't get me wrong. But the Reaper part. Last time it got really out of hand because sadly Marines can't kite. And you have to pull SCVs. And those are neither things you want to have to do. This time around, just having 1 Reaper alone is going to go a long way. 2 Reapers? Okay, maybe you start harassing. But if you invest in more than 3, yeah, I mean, with 2-Rax Reaper you're supposed to, he can certainly start killing some queens.
What's nice about Sacsri is that, like, yeah, he could have made 6 lings and gotten the cancel in the Command Center, and that would have been good. But he could also have just made drones. So he kind of goes middle of the road, makes at least 2 lings, a drone here and there, but he's going to have a queen to help with the first stage of the Reaper. Now, when he gets to the 5 Reapers, even 2 queens isn't quite enough. And it looks like he is going gasless for now, so this could be a problem. Like, eventually, you're going to want that speed to really get the Reapers off your back.
Well, we'll see just how this goes. The SCV, sadly, actually not going to die. I was like, he's sending it into Tango, but this Reaper's coming in for the shots. And Sacsri, I mean, honestly, without gas, is going to struggle. There's no better way to phrase that. It's 2-Rax Reaper versus the gas Zerg. You can have 3, 4 queens, it doesn't matter. The Reapers will eventually start picking them off.
Yeah, it's not the assured destruction, you know, of lings with speed. Like, those should kill 5 Reapers, but queens, maybe not. It's a little bit scary. Now, at this point, Sacsri knows he's got to know Command Center for a long time, but, you know, Salvation could have put that in the main, scouting that was a pool first, but now he knows for sure that's, you know, 2-Rax Reaper.
Folks asking about the code giveaway. We still haven't drawn the winner. It's going to be coming after the series concludes, by the way. But this first queen, it's going down fast. That Reaper almost dies, but a little bit greedy.
Nice.
It
Very
gets him a
nice
kill.
snowball. Oh!
Ooh. Yeah, there's that moment where you're like, are you really doing this, man? Are you really doing this? This Reaper's getting really low. Okay, 2 more coming to join. 5 Reapers is going to be ridiculous damage. And again, I stress, without that gas, there's no speed. There's no easy way to deal with these. Hell, even a Spine Card doesn't really cut it against 5 Reapers. Oh, lose 1. That snowball effect's very real. He's got to make sure he doesn't lose too many, but another queen's going to go down. I feel like he could have run forward and been safe.
Yeah, right. Exactly what I was thinking.
Still, though, 3 Reapers more than enough to kill this queen. And I just want to stress, you guys are seeing some in-game stutter. I don't know what's been going on with the StarCraft client. It's been doing this on and off for the last couple of days of casting. I will have to restart my client after this game is finished to fix it. So it's sadly going to be here for the game, on and off.
Now, it's a little unfortunate that Salvation never got into the drone line. You know, not even with the first Reaper or the first 2. So, how many drones died? 0, yeah. So, you know, that kind of sucks. I mean, maybe if you dived a little bit harder, you could have gotten 2.
Oh, if he didn't lose those 2 Reapers, if the control on that was just the perfect control they needed it to be, this would have snowballed. But now he's only got 3 Reapers. It's not enough to take on the queens, and that's the problem.
He will also want to keep in mind that he probably wants to use one of those Reapers to go ahead and get that scout, you know? Go into the mineral line not to get drones, but to see what's going on. So, does he know about this lair? No. He never got close enough before it started, or after it started. Now, you wouldn't know if there's a roach swarm behind the mineral line either. He's playing a little blind, which is funny because he has 3 Reapers.
Yeah, actually, I didn't think about that, though. Man, I'm just sitting here, though, a little bit concerned because Sacsri played such a strong game 1 off of what was a really weird opening. This time around, okay, he has the worst possible initial defense for this. No speed. Lack of queens by the time the first Reapers get there. And still he holds really well. I mean, this is just... Sacsri feels like a monster.
Yeah, we'll see what the mid-game looks like. You know, I don't want to quite call him a monster yet, but we'll see. It is going to be roaches, so these banshees are going to be very helpful. If it was a Nidus, I'd just be like, wow, that's really cool, but I don't think it's going to be one.
Kill a Nidus, bro.
Yeah, seriously. And what it should be for Sacsri is Roach into Ling Bling Muta. You know, I brought it up earlier, I think last game actually, that Roach Hydra just has really not been around for a long time. Like, it used to be like once every, I guess, like 5 games, or if it was a particular player that really liked Roach Hydra for, like, for instance, Violet, you would see it. But now, just like, it's all about the roaches or just Ling Bling Muta.
Man, Violet is, I haven't seen Violet for a while, actually, just thinking that. I mean, outside of WCS and stuff and all that.
Yeah, he isn't the presence that he was back when him and Paul had like that great rivalry and MLG was going on, you know, all that.
I mean, like, there's the return of Violet, which was like crazy and everyone anticipated, like, oh my god, he got a visa, and I don't know, I just expect him to blow up so much bigger than he really did.
Yeah, I'll agree. Not to take any shots, but I definitely agree. Banshee will take on a queen. Cloak finishes up as well, but a Sport Crawler and Overseer's here.
2 Overseers, in fact. Double the detection. In fact,
yeah.
Detecting so hard the Banshee just becomes cloaked again.
You know what really would have helped Violet's career as he came back?
What's that?
If CSN had ever actually released the videos of the training camp.
For those unaware why Zombie was taking a random shot in the dark, seemingly, it's because she participated in that, and everyone wants to see the fruits of their labor.
They had a really cool hype video, okay? Like, I don't even think I was in it. Like, I know everyone was excited after seeing the hype video.
I know, they showed it at, like, MLG Anaheim, too, on, like, the big screens and everything. I remember
exactly.
that.
It was very much like broken promises, but I guess not a big enough broken promise, so...
Yeah, can we have Exotos do less show matches with James and more editing on the videos?
Whoa! Axos is like, no editing. I actually don't know what's going on.
I have no idea.
What's happening in the pipeline.
It's like it's involved.
You know what? It is going to be into the mutas. I didn't really consider that he also could have just done straight Baneling Roach, but that one does. Goes in mutas.
Man, that's a lot of Hellions, and I was expecting a little bit more map dominance with this, whether it's cleaning up creep tumors or otherwise. I mean, there was no great big push that came behind it, and with the mutas finally out, the timing's no longer here. So, best case scenario, use these for mid-game Hellbats to soak some shots from the Banelings, I guess, but this has been a pretty defensive game out of Salvation. I don't know how I feel about this.
Well, he had to be worried about the Roach attack that could have come. I mean, Sacsri was getting 1-1 for his Roaches. He did. He let it finish. So you would expect him to try and attack with it. You know, it's a very common build, a very common attack. But I think the reason that Sacsri didn't was that the Banshees were out. You know, the Banshees catch the Roaches on, you know, running across the map, and that's just a waste of Roaches. Like, they're not going to do enough damage. So he only gets 10.
Oh, no.
They're going to help out maybe at a drop or 2.
Starcraft is straight up dying, man. It, like, froze for a second and everything. It's giving me heart palpitations.
I guess you got to run the fix-it tool.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. There's definitely been nothing that's changed in the last few days, but the last 2 casts have been getting these weird
remember when I had, like, whenever it just wouldn't let me in or whatever?
Well, that was different. I don't know. Either way, yeah, the fix-it tool might be worth running, but a simple restart will fix it for now.
No, it wasn't. Well, it was a different problem, but it was still the same thing where it just came out of nowhere, and I was like, why?
Yeah. So again, I stress, you guys are seeing some stutter, but don't worry, you're not lagging. Twitch isn't lagging, at least as far as I know. It is 100% in-game. And stupid that it's happening, because there's no reason for it.
Now, Salvation knew what was going on. You know, he didn't invest heavily into tanks. In fact, didn't even get any tanks. Those Hellions, well, they didn't get total map dominance. You know, they weren't killing a lot of creep. They had eyes on what the production looked like. You know, how many Roaches were out, how many Banelings, whatever. It was. We actually have 6 more Roaches on the way, and I find that a little bit odd. I thought he would just completely give up on Roaches. Because, you know, at this point, with the upgrades, with Medivacs, Roaches just don't add a whole lot.
I agree. It's definitely strange to see that, but they can get some really good damage done. I mean, Roaches are kind of the kings of the early/mid game. They start falling off in the late game pretty badly, become super supply inefficient, just mongers of your supply, but I mean, right now Salvation's not really at that point where he's going to overwhelm with the concave of Marines and Marauders. No, these roaches will actually play pretty well. Lings, roaches, banelings, mutilates, like everything here pretty much smells destruction for Salvation. If you can get a couple good Widowmine shots, maybe it looks different, but the Widowmines are a little bit late to burrow.
Yeah, and the Hellbots were in the front lines. Now they're soaking up all those banelings that they needed to. There aren't many Marauders,
Late,
you know?
though.
Yeah, he totally called the switch out of roaches. But since Sacsri technically switched back into roaches, the lack of Marauders is actually kind of a big deal. Only one at a time.
The Marauders would have been really good versus the Banelings too. It is a bit strange to not see such a heavy dedication, but the Banelings rolling in on top of the SCVs, and this is looking bad.
Yeah, this is a very powerful blow. In fact, he's still upgrading the roaches, so he might even gone like further in, like the second attack would have included them as well. But this is it for Salvation. Even if he gets the fourth, he's down by a 60 supply.
If this orbital falls too, that's definitely a nail in the coffin. He will get the fourth though by the looks of it. I think. Oh my god. Yeah, just barely. Just barely.
That would be a start of a comeback, you know? And he did save the third command center. 47 SCVs isn't so bad, as his main is probably mining out at this point. His saturation's not terrible. Yeah, a little bit. His upgrades are about to finish, but as I pointed out, Sacsri, he already has all of his upgrades too. Like, he'll be 2-2-2. He can include roaches again if he really wants to. Figured that those helped out enough. In fact, they survived, so no need to replenish them.
And if he goes heavier on the mutas, let's not forget Harass is going to be a really hard issue to deal with. There's a couple of turrets, sure, but not exactly the best anti-muta layout in the main.
This is a very powerful force. I mean, it basically is Roach Baneling, right? But he bothered to get a handful of mutas.
Do the players get these lag spikes too? No, guys, like I get it. It's frustrating. I hate this too, believe you me, but I'm the only one who sees this. Zombie has a smooth game. The players have a smooth game. I would leave immediately if this affected the players. But this isn't the first time it's happened, so I'm fully aware of the extent of what it does.
Another big attack. Oh my god, just look at the mini-map. So much blue, so little red.
Well, there's going to be a lot of red if this wasn't a Korean server, though, because blood goes everywhere. But everything is censored here in Korea, and this is looking to be the end of Salvation. So we're going to still have a ZVT Finals, Center versus Sacsri. I definitely would have loved to have seen that TBT, though.
It would have been good, but we'll see what Center's been throwing out here in the OlimoLeague. He has gone through, let's see here.